Hello, future crypto millionaires. This is another episode of Crypto Blitz. First, we are going to take a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the total 3 chart, and then we are going to do some quick technical analysis on multiple different altcoins. Before we begin, make sure that you join my free Telegram group. There is a link in the description below. This is where I post all the trading setups, news, and ideas that I am looking at every single day. And for those of you who are interested, make sure that you join the VIP group, guys. This is where we post all the alpha that you need to know in order to take advantage of this market. And right now, we are running an 80% off forever discount, limited offer only for the founding members, and that discount ends tonight. So click the link in the description below as soon as possible, use code alpha, and take advantage of that 80% off discount because you'll never see it again, guys. Also, please do me a solid and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Click the like button. Let's get straight into it. Okay, guys, so Bitcoin has been getting rejected at this ascending yellow trend line that I have here on the chart. As you see here, we got rejected back in 2017, then again in 2021, then again in 2024 and 2025. But if I zoom in right here, you will see that the price action broke above that previous multi-year resistance. Then after the breakout, we came back and had a retest, possibly turning that previous multi-year resistance into new support. And since then, we have been consolidating at around $118,000. Every $10,000, guys, we have a psychological support and resistance level. For example, over here, 100,000. It's a very important psychological support level at the moment. Then we have 110, then we have 120, and then 130. So what I want to see out of Bitcoin in the coming days, I want the price action to break above this descending yellow trend line that I have here on the chart, and then break above $120,000. So then we can start heading towards 130,000. Then after that, we have 140, 150, and so on. So next, Ethereum, guys. Ethereum has been forming this huge triangle pattern. Now, we have this ascending yellow trend line that has been acting as support. As you see, the price action bounced here and then it bounced here again multiple times. Also, we have this upper descending yellow trend line that has been acting as resistance. We got rejected here, we got rejected here again multiple times, and we are currently testing this resistance. As I always tell you guys, as long as the price action is moving inside the pattern, we have to assume that it's going to continue moving inside the pattern until it breaks out. And since we haven't seen a confirmed breakout yet, we have to assume that the price action is going to get rejected here. If we get rejected, the real question is, guys, how deep this pullback is going to be. So I have these support levels here for you guys. The first one is at $3,400, next $2,900, and all the way down here, $2,124. This is very, very possible, guys. If Ethereum gets rejected here, we might see a pullback all the way back to the $2,100. It's not impossible. However, we are still testing this upper descending yellow trend line that has been acting as resistance. So I am watching for a breakout here, guys. If a breakout occurs and the price action breaks above the trend line, but also the $4,092 horizontal resistance, I am going to buy the breakout, scale it on the retest, wait for continuation, move to the upside, and this is going to be a very, very, very bullish sign for altcoins. Speaking about altcoins, guys, Total 3 has been forming this huge triangle pattern. Again, as long as the price action is moving inside the pattern, we have to assume that it's going to continue moving inside the pattern until it breaks out. We have this lower ascending yellow trend line that has been acting as support. As you see, we bounced here, we saw another bounce here, and then we have this upper descending yellow trend line that has been acting as resistance. We got rejected here multiple times and then again. So since we haven't seen a confirmed breakout yet, either to the downside or to the upside, we have to assume that the price action is going to continue moving inside the pattern. So we have to assume that we're going to see something like this. Eventually, guys, this is a bullish continuation pattern because the price action entered from the bottom left side. So it has a very high chance to exit the pattern from the right top side, right? Like this. So if this happens, I have these targets here for you guys. After this breakout, we might see the Total 3 reaching the $1.09 trillion target. Now, for those of you who want to learn how to take advantage of this market, guys, if you are a beginner and you do not understand crypto very well, or even if you are an experienced trader and you want to find high probability setups every single day, make sure that you join my VIP group. There is a link in the description below. Use code alpha to get an 80% off discount, limited offer only for the founding members. all the spots are filled already, guys, but this discount is going to run until later tonight, so make sure that you don't miss it. Now, let's take a look at a few altcoins, guys. Look at this. This is Cardano. We are looking at ADA over USDT, and this is the daily chart. So over here, we have a double bottom pattern. We caught this move very early, guys, before the breakout above this descending channel. This was an amazing measured move from the time that was posted in the group to this high that's located at 94 cents. That was a 78 to 80% move. Okay, this is what we do in the VIP group. Now, the neckline for this double bottom pattern is located at 84 cents. What we really want to see, guys, is a breakout above the neckline and then a continuation move to the upside, hitting the target that's located at $1.13. Right now, as you see here, the price action broke above the 200 SMA. This is the daily 200 SMA. So this breakout above it is very, very bullish. Then, even though we broke above the neckline, guys, the RSI, the MACD, and many other momentum indicators were at overbought conditions. Therefore, we had to cool down a little bit. So traders and investors took profits here, and the price action pulled back. So we came back and had a retest, turning that previous resistance, the 200 SMA, into new support. Therefore, I expect to see further upside, and the next leg to the upside is going to take us closer to the neckline of this double bottom pattern, and then we are going to see the real breakout, guys. Buy the breakout, scaling on the retest, wait for a continuation, move to the upside. For those of you who want to trade this in a more safe manner, guys, buying the breakout above the neckline is the safest way. That's a 34% move to the target. Otherwise, if you want to trade this in a more aggressive manner, guys, the bounce to the 200 SMA can potentially be a very good buying opportunity. If we break below the 200 SMA, then expect to see further downside, guys. So what I like to do is buy as close as I can to the 200 SMA. If I see the price action reacting, which we saw that already, the price action bounce on the 200 SMA, and then I like to set a stop loss below it, right? This is how I like to do it. Now, yeah, this setup for ADA is pretty straightforward. We have this double bottom pattern, double bottoms pay the bills, guys. You know how it goes. And if you want to trade this in a more safe manner, what I would do is I would wait for a breakup of the neckline. Otherwise, a more aggressive entry would be to try to scale in, to try to catch the bounce while the price action is moving below the neckline, so you can front run the breakout above the neckline. This is the idea, but you need to be careful when you try to front run a breakout, because this pattern might get invalidated. We might see another huge rounding bottom here, something like that. So you don't want to hold downtrends, guys. You need to be very, very careful. Next altcoin, guys, HBAR. We had a double bottom idea here again, and I gave you the setup when the price action was moving below this upper descending yellow trend line that had been acting as resistance. As you see, we got rejected here multiple times, but the price action broke above this resistance trend line after we saw this huge double bottom idea. That was approximately a measured move of 145% from this bottom, and a measured move of approximately 80% from the breakout. So HBAR got rejected all the way up here at 31 cents. Traders and investors took profits, and we pulled back a little bit, but now we found support at 24 cents. It has been moving sideways, right? Now, I am waiting to see what the price action is going to do next, guys. Are we going to see an even deeper pullback? If we see a pullback, I am going to be watching for a bounce at this key level of support that's located at 22 cents. And if we break below that and below the 200 SMA, the next support levels that I am watching are 17 cents and 16 cents. But HBAR has been performing really, really well, guys. And after this breakout above this upper descending yellow trend line, I expect to see further upside. As you see here, HBAR had been downtrending here. And this breakout can potentially be the beginning of a change of trend, guys, from this downtrend to an uptrend. Therefore, we might see something like this, right? A higher low idea, a higher high, and the definition of an uptrend, right? Something like this. And then keep doing that. This is the definition of an uptrend, when the price action is forming higher highs and higher lows. The opposite of a downtrend, where the price action is forming lower highs, as you see here, and lower lows. So this is what's up with HBAR, guys. Let's move on to the next token. I don't want to waste your time here. Next token is Pepe, guys. We have a huge double bottom idea going on. But if we zoom in right here, we have another cup and handle pattern that I want to bring to your attention. And this pattern formed while the price action of Pepe was downtrending, moving below this upper descending yellow trend line that I have here on the chart. We got rejected here multiple times, as you see here, for example, here, but the price action broke above it, and then we came back and had a retest. So with this breakout here, Pepe started forming this very nice cup and handle pattern. It's not valid yet, guys. We need to see a break above the neckline. So for those of you who want to trade this in a more safe manner, what I would do is wait for a breakout above the neckline to occur. But for those of you who want to trade this in a more aggressive manner, guys, this retest on this previous resistance trend line can potentially be a very nice buying opportunity. Also notice that this is also a bounce on the 200 SMA, the 1-day 200 SMA. So if the price action holds strong above the 200 SMA and above this upper descending yellow trend line that had been acting as resistance previously, but now we are trying to turn into support, this can potentially be the beginning of a change of trend, guys, from this downtrend to an uptrend. And this is very, very bullish, guys. Look at this. Not only we had a breakout out of this downtrend, but at the same time, we have a cup and handle pattern that's a reversal pattern indicating that the downtrend might be ending, right? And the beginning of an uptrend might be on the way. So I am watching Pepe closely, guys. Pepe looks amazing. Next target after the breakout above the neckline is located at 0.0002186. The measured move from the current price levels, for those of you who want to trade this aggressively, that's a 90% move. But for those of you who want to trade this in a more safe manner, guys, if you buy the breakout, that's a measured move of 40%. Next one, real quick, is SUI. SUI has been forming this very nice triangle pattern. We had this upper descending yellow trend line that had been acting as resistance, and also this lower ascending yellow trend line that had been acting as support. But the price action managed to break above the triangle pattern. Then we came back and had a retest. So now we are currently retesting this upper descending yellow trend line that had been acting as resistance, trying to turn it into new support. So for those of you who want to trade this in a more safe manner, what I would do is wait for the price action to break above this resistance level at $4, 4.07. But for those of you who want to trade this in a more aggressive manner, I would scale in using smaller percentages, smaller positions of my portfolio, all the way down here, trying to front run the breakout above this resistance. And when I see a breakout, then I will go heavier, guys. Buy the breakout, scale in on the retest, wait for continuation move so we can take some profits when the price action hit the next target that's located at $5.29. That's approximately a measured move of 30% after the breakout. But for those of you who want to trade this in a more aggressive manner, if we see a pullback and another bounce on this trend line, that previous resistance that we are trying to turn to support, the measured move to this next target, that's a 45% move. That's an amazing move for SUI. Now, of course, guys, when it comes to all these setups that I am showing you, I have more targets that I give to my VIP group. So make sure that you click the link in the description below if you want to find all these high probability setups with all the targets, entries, exits, all that kind of stuff. Join the VIP as soon as possible. It costs less than a cup of coffee, guys, less than 65 cents a day, $20 a month. So click the link in the description below, join as soon as possible. Next token that I am watching is SuperVerse, guys. Again, we have this double bottom pattern. The neckline for this double bottom is located at 89 cents. We are currently moving below it, and what we want to see is a break above the neckline, guys. This is very close right now. The measured move from the current price levels to this neckline is just a 10% move, okay? If the pullback continues, I am watching for a bounce at one of these key levels of support that I have here on the chart. As you see here, we are currently bouncing on the first one that's located at 80 cents. But if we break below that, the next one that I am watching for a bounce is this 200 SMA at 69 cents. Eventually, I want to see a break above the neckline, and so I can buy the breakout, scale on the retest to wait for continuation move to the upside, and then the measured move after that is located all the way up to $1.18 from the breakout. That's a measured move of 32%. If we see a pullback, this measured move is going to become even greater. For example, from this key level of support, that's a 50% move. And then if we break below that support and we see a bounce at the 200 SMA, that's a 70% move. That's why these pullbacks can be very profitable, guys. Don't let them scare you. You just have to let them play correctly. But for those of you who want to trade this safely, again, wait for a breakout, guys, because you do not know what happens. This level right here, the neckline at 89 cents, is a very strong key level of resistance at the moment. So there is a very high chance that we get rejected here, for example, and then we see another rounding bottom. And you don't want to hold downtrends, guys. You don't want to wait until the price action does all this again. That's the problem. Now, FOXY, another meme coin, guys. This setup looks similar to SuperVerse, right? We have this double bottom pattern going on. The neckline is located at 0.0038 around this area. We broke above the neckline, then we came back, and we are currently retesting. We are actually moving below the neckline right now. So if we experience an even deeper pullback, I am watching for a bounce at this horizontal support. That's a 0.118 Fibonacci level at 0.0030. But also, this is going to be a bounce at the 200 SMA. If the price action holds above the 200 SMA, then we might see another leg to the upside towards this resistance at around 0.0050. Okay. Otherwise, if the price action breaks below the 200 SMA, then I expect to see further downside. Again, we might see another rounding bottom here, a triple bottom or something like that. Nobody knows. But the crypto market looks amazing right now, guys. So I really don't think that we are going to see something like that when it comes to FOXY or SuperVerse. However, we have to be ready, guys, no matter what happens. We don't have a crystal ball. We can't predict the future. So we have to be very, very careful. Next altcoin that I want to talk about is ADX. As you see here, another double bottom. The neckline is located at 12 cents, 0.1241. We've broken above the neckline, guys. Look at this. We've broken above this neckline, and then we came back and had a retest. The price action is holding above this neckline very, very strong. So what I want to see is this bullish momentum to continue, and then I want the price action to break above that next resistance at 0.1370. So then I can buy the breakout, scale it on the retest, wait for continuation, move to the upside. So I can take some profits when the price action hits the next target that I have here on the chart that's located at 0.1824. From the breakout to this level, that's approximately a 33% move. And for those of you who want to trade this in a more aggressive manner, buying the retest, it's not that aggressive, it's amazing actually. That's a measured move of 47%. The most aggressive way to trade this would be when the price action breaks below this support and then bounces on the 200 SMA. Buy the bounce on the 200 SMA, then set up a stop loss right below it. But this aggressive entry, trying to front run the break above the neckline, can give you a 60% move. That's why the more aggressive the entry, the more profitable, but at the same time, riskier. And the last token that I want to talk about is CKB, guys. Look at this. We try to break multiple times above this key level of resistance that's located at 0.0068, but we failed multiple times. Right now, the price action is bouncing above the 200 SMA. So if the price action breaks below the 200 SMA, I expect to see further downside, but at the moment, it looks like it's holding very, very well. So I want to see another attempt to break above that resistance of 0.0068. If this happens, I am going to buy the breakout, scale on the retest, wait for continuation, move to the upside, set up a stop loss somewhere around here, guys. I want to be very close because look at these moves, right? You can get trapped here easily. I don't like what CKB is doing, but after we clear this resistance, guys, then the move to the upside is going to be amazing. The measured move from this breakout to this next target that's located at 0.0092, that's approximately a 34% move. So I am watching for a breakout here. This is the safest way, but for those of you who want to trade this in a more aggressive manner, the bounce on the 200 SMA, if it holds, is potentially a very good buying opportunity for a 66% move. Buy the bounce, set up a stop loss right below the 200 SMA, and then wait for the price action to break above and clear this resistance at 0.0068. So that's all I had for you today, guys. I hope this was helpful and these setups were good for you and make you some money in the future. Join the VIP group, guys. This is where you can find all the alpha and everything that you need to know in order to take advantage of the crypto market. So click the link in the description below. This offer ends tonight, guys. If you have any questions, any other altcoins that you want me to talk about, make sure that you drop them in the comments below and I will make YouTube videos performing technical analysis on them. Please subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the like button. And if you're not ready to join the VIP group, guys, make sure that you join my free Telegram group. There is a link in the description below. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one, guys. Take care.